Alright, so I'm back. My PC is fixed. I fixed it, but I will make that in the next video for the people who watch my stuff and is subscribed and actually fucking watches every video I post. You'll know why, because you followed me probably long enough to understand. Before I start this video, I would like to smoke some Mary Jane because I am not in the fucking zone right now and I need to be. Where's a bud? Let me pack this bud. A little bud right there. There we go. Here we go. Damn, that was fucking strong. Oh yeah, there we go. In the zone. There we go. Alright, so let's get to Justin's question. Whiffworth, if that's how it's spelled. I was never really good at spelling or math. Science is where I fucking aced everything. Anyways, do you agree with me that cartoons suck and they need dark stuff, like add in adult jokes, dark scenes like I told you with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2003, among others? Well, I never watched a single Mutant Ninja Turtles, so I don't know about that, but I can agree with you on the fact that some of the shows are really dumbed down. I mean, I can name you a list of shows and you can go to a website and watch it called watchcartoonsonline.com or something like that. You'll see an Adventure Time link in the search engine after you search it. Like, it'll be Adventure Time. You post it, I mean, you click it and you'll be on there and just go to any cartoon. But cartoons we had was, well, the good ones, it depends. I'm just going to name them. They're not even going to be on any specific channel. I'm just going to name all the names. We had Hey Arnold, which was a moral type of show, which it did have some adult type themes to it, but not too much. It's just something you wouldn't see in today's standards. You get what I'm saying? And Hey Arnold was just one of those shows where it showed that things can happen, you know? I can't really explain the show, but it's really a really good show. And then you had, what was that fucking one called? The one with the, we had Chalk Zone. We had Pepper Ann. That didn't have adult humor, but that was really good. Camp Lazlo. Then we had My Gym Partner's a Monkey. And then the real good cartoons were Codename Kids Next Door. Flapjack had some adult humor. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. That was the best. Ed, Edd and Eddy had some, but not too much. The list could go on. The original Powerpuff Girls, not the fucking shitty reboot. Original Teen Titans. What else was there? Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Can you count Dexter's Lab? Because that was like really, really old. I was probably like 5 years old when that shit came out. But anyways, you get what I'm saying. All those cartoons, they had something. And it was either plot, entertainment, and incredible dialogue, or it was hidden adult humor. Like, if you search adult jokes and kids cartoons, you'll see like Powerpuff Girls episodes where the pink bug literally goes into the cabin and literally fucks a mop. You can hear the noises and you can hear it after he finishes. I'm not fucking joking. Open the tab and like go to hidden adult jokes and kid cartoons or some shit like that and watch as much as you can to see the clip. Then there was an episode where on the Powerpuff Girls, the professor explained that the girls were an accident because he mixed chemical X and all that, and then the girl said she was an accident too. She said, "Don't worry, professor, I was an accident too," meaning that when they had sex, the condom broke and the sperm ovulated the woman's ovaries and stuff and her eggs, and they had a kid. And that's how the girl was born. That's what they were hinting at when she said she was an accident. The condom broke and the accident happened. So adult jokes like that, yeah, they pushed it. People say that Ren and Stimpy pushed the envelope so much too. There was Ren and Stimpy, Rocko's Modern Life. I think I used to watch a show called Cat Scratch, but I don't remember much about that. There was American Dragon Jake Long. Robot Monkey Hyper Force Team Go. If I said that right, there was a lot of those good ones back then, but now it's really fucking torture. I mean, I used to watch a regular show and Adventure Time when they first started coming out, and they were pretty good, but then I just didn't see anything else on TV I like, so I stopped watching TV for 4 years. I haven't seen TV in 4 years. All my stuff that I watch is on the internet. I go to that website that I mentioned, and that's where I watch my stuff. But most of my cartoons that I like don't exist. You know, I do watch adult cartoons like Aqua Teen Hunger Force and stuff like that, but I don't really continue. You know, the new South Park sucks. It's just, everything's fucking stupid. South Park used to be a show where there were these guys, not these guys, these kids. These kids, they used to be in a little town called South Park in Colorado, and that's all the show used to focus on, with them having random events happen. And the show was so good, but after season fucking 7, they decided to do whatever's on the fucking media, whatever's happening in the real world. And Family Guy's trying to do that too. I don't even want to talk about Family Guy at this second, but you know, why are they doing this? The characters developed personalities now. Their voices hit puberty or some shit like that because they sound different. Look at what they're doing to Cartman in this season. Season 20, he has a fucking girlfriend now and he's acting like a pussy. You know, and I understand. It's the hint that guys will act like fucking bitches and act feminine to get a girl's pussy. Yeah, I get that. That's probably what he's gonna do at the end too. He probably... I think that's what he did though. I don't even know if he's actually in love with the woman, but you know, I know what it's trying to imply when they show that shit. And like, there's Kenny. Is Kenny even the fucking show still? I gotta rewatch it because season 20 was so fucking boring. I don't even know if Kenny's in the current season. I don't even know if he was in the other season. He probably was, probably wasn't. But season 19 was the first beginning where they started off with the fucking plot points where each season was going to continue what happens next. Like, season 19 is where it started. The principal gets elected. One of the older principals were fired. And then what happened after that was PC principal took over chapter 19 or season 19, whatever you want to call it. Then at season 20, it's this whole fucking election thing that's going on. And that's all they're talking about, member berries and trolls on the internet and some shit like that, which, you know, at the end of the day, you know what the solution is going to be. They're just going to fucking block them. Don't you block trolls? Ain't that the easiest way to fucking get rid of them? You know, that's how I fucking deal with people. People want to be smart aleck and be smart asses on my channel, then get their asses blocked. But, you know, this fucking show doesn't make any sense. They're trying to do this troll trace shit. And so far, I don't know what happened because I gotta continue it, but South Park is pretty shit right now. And then you have Family Guy. Family Guy is so fucking awful. It's like they do things out of nowhere. Again, go to that website I talked about at the beginning and watch Family Guy. The current season, which would probably be, I don't know, 15 or some shit like that. Watch the episodes. And it's easy to navigate through the episodes. Just go to the bottom screen where the two windows are, and you'll see like the before episode and the next episode, and you could just keep watching the previous episodes and you see how awful it is. All they're fucking doing is just doing stuff out of nowhere. And Family Guy was never really that serious anyways. Like when Brian died, I couldn't take that serious because Peter could literally just jump in a tank, fucking mow down the cops in a cutscene, and, you know, get out the tank and jump in the water and lose the cops like Grand Theft Auto. And Peter won't be wanted the next day. Nobody will be out searching for him to try to kill him or get him arrested. All forgotten like it never fucking happened. That's how Family Guy's logic is. So I can't really take that shit serious. But now they're even going on a whole new fucking level where they're just doing random things. Like Lois would be like, remember when the grave broke and Peter had to sit there for 2 days just to imitate it till we got a new one? You know, they literally do stupid shit like that. And it's unfunny. Then you have the children cartoons. The children cartoons, I feel bad for the generation because, like I said, I grew up watching The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Ed, Edd and Eddy, Codename Kids Next Door. Those were the fucking bomb. They were amazing, incredible scripted cartoons. The jokes were there. It's like they were perfect. Ben 10, the original, not the crappy ass one that I made a video of. Everything was perfect back then. But then in 2013, it started to get to the worst. I seen the Powerpuff Girls reboot. The Powerpuff Girls are shaking their asses, making meme faces. That's not how the original was. So after I found out that the creator was not working on this, I said, fuck it, I'm not even going to watch the show anymore. I saw one episode. I was pretty much emotionally traumatized. And I thought to myself, what did they do to this show? And Ben 10 too. Ben 10 took the biggest hit on me, like a 50 cal bullet in the heart. Because I used to love that show. I collected action figures of that shit back in the day, back in 2006, and it was a cool show, the original. But then they made Gwen this ugly looking fucking thing that cares about Ben. I can't even call them the characters of the original because they don't look anything of it. They don't act anything of it. They just slapped a label on it and called these kids Ben 10 because that's what it is. They act cheesy and goofy. And that's what I noticed about cartoons on Cartoon Network these days is they look like the same exact fucking artist drew them. They're not like... I don't know anything about fucking art, okay? But I know that for some reason, on some cartoons, it'll look realistic and the images will look sharp and detailed. The painting to be there. Like the way everything is. And they could even have a cheap looking light. Like, you know how... What's that show is? You know how Ed, Edd n Eddy had it? But the thing is, they had an appeal in style. Each cartoon had its own different style. Like, the way the ink looked, the way the colors looked. You know, different artists knew how to do that shit. I don't know how they do it. Artists are fucking magic or some shit. But they know how to make it look different. That's what they did. But now it's like you watch Steven Universe. That looks just like fucking Gumball. That looks just like fucking Uncle Grandpa. That looks just like fucking Teen Titans Go. That looks just like We Are Bears. It looks just like We Are Adventure Time. You could say they're different, but no they aren't. They're fat fucking shapes that are big and round most of the time. That's all they are. There's no anatomy. Hell, some of the cartoons can't even draw proper fucking dog legs. The behind dog legs. I'm not even an artist and I could fucking do that no sweat. They just create like stick little dog legs that are the hind legs. They can't even do anatomy, and I know people are going to say, well, that's not what it's meant to be. It's not meant to be realistic. But what I'm saying is, why can't we have varieties, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like, why can't we have more? It's not all we're going to have is the same art style for each cartoon. And the art style is not even the problem I have the biggest. The biggest is quality-wise, you know? I mean, what's with all these retardation fucking cartoons? And they don't have a plot. They're just acting stupid. I mean, Teen Titans Go is basically the clone of every other fucking show. You know, that's all they do is they try to act cheesy and goofy and unfunny. And they don't tell anything that's even appealing, funny, or even like an adult joke. Whatever you want to say, a mature joke. They don't want to hint at anything like that. I was watching We Are Bears or some shit like that, and when he hit the girl with his claw, she didn't even get hit and bleed. And I was thinking, what the fuck? And in a cartoon back in the day, they would have showed that shit, like them getting cut or something. It wouldn't have blood leaking out of it, but it'd like have like a red mark. You saying we can't do that anymore? Cartoons like are just so irritating and so stupid. And people can say, oh, it's because you're an adult now. No, that's not why. I could go back and watch all the old cartoons, no fucking problem. I actually do sometimes. Like, I'll watch a random edit and episode here or there, but I watch the new shit and it's just like, is this what the little 7-year-olds and 8-year-olds are watching when they come home from school at 4 or 5 and they turn on their TV? Because that shit just looks stupid most of the time. So I can't really watch that. But yeah, the last cartoon I ever enjoyed was Gravity Falls until season 3. Because then season 3 ruined it because they had to fucking turn it into some goddamn drama thing. I like season 2 and season 1 because it was like Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. It kept that spooky vibe, but it had fun with it. And it didn't take it too serious. Like Scooby-Doo mixed with Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. That's what it reminded me of. Season 3 ruined it. I don't even want, I don't want another season of Gravity Falls. It had its fun. I think the show should stay right there. But honestly, that's one of the last cartoons I enjoyed. And sometimes, if you're lucky, movies, animated movies, not cartoons, will have adult jokes. But that's as far as you're going to get. I don't think that we're gonna get as much adult jokes as we used to. That's gonna be your answer, because different company runs Cartoon Network and other networks. They're not the old school guys we used to know. They're not the old artists we used to know, which we didn't know any of them, but they're not the old artists that used to work on the show. They're not the old directors that used to work on the show. They are new people, and these are new cartoons, and obviously they're missing some directors or people that know anything about comedy gold. You want comedy gold? Well, you want adult cartoons that are comedy gold? Beavis and Butthead, South Park Season 6 and under, and Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and those would be the best fucking cartoons you'll see that are adult. But that's all I gotta really say about it. I'm not watching no fucking cartoon these days. They're just bad. Even the character designs for new cartoons are bad. I don't even like the reboot of most of the stuff they make, because it's not the same. Anyways, I'm out of here. Fuck this. I'll be back later explaining what happened to my PC.